We are now living in an era of peace. Have you ever thought about the lives of people during wartime? Du Fu, also known as the poet sage, was a famous poet of the Tang dynasty. His poems reflect the suffering of the people in the chaos of war and complain about the cruelty of warfare. The war brought much hardship to his life, but he was bold enough to face it and fought for the interests of the people. Let's travel back in time and learn his story. Oh. Hey, sir, you must be Mr. Du Fu. What are you writing there?
Yes? How do you know my name? I'm writing a poem.
Ooh, why are you writing on the ground but not on paper with a brush?
Because of the war, many people are starving. Paper and brush? I'd rather save as much as I can. Back in the day, the country was still prosperous. There wasn't war. My friends and I were ambitious, hoping that we could contribute to the country and work for the welfare of the people. The emperor and officials at the time were hardworking. Chang'an was affluent. People were happy. Regrettably, the emperor became sluggish. Loyal officials left one after another, while disloyal officials took over.
Ha! Good! What a nice performance!
Your Majesty, social unrest is rampant. People are living in misery. Please do not overindulge. Boo-hoo, you liar. People are living in peace under the leadership of your great majesty.
Yes.
You traitor! No, I'm not. You are.
Well, since Prime Minister and Gui Fei both say so, everything must be fine.
Sir, please give me some food. I would like to help, but I don't have enough food either. Even my children are starving. Oh, crimson gates reek with meat and ale, while the bones of the frozen dead litter the streets.
I bet you are a scholar with aspirations. You should work in the imperial court and contribute to our country.
You are right. Thank you very much.
I am heartbroken after hearing your story.
Oh dear, why are you sadder than I am? What's next? Right. Later on, An Lushan rebelled. The armies of the imperial court lost one battle after another. An Lushan led his troops to attack the capital, Chang'an. The war was devastating. My children were starved to death during wartime, but I know I can't lose hope. I must fulfill my duty, working for the imperial court and the people. Then I heard the empire was succeeded by the son of the emperor, Xuanzong, and was preparing to counter-raid An Lushan. So I decided to assist the new emperor. However, on my way to the new emperor, I was captured by the rebels and detained. I risked my life to escape from the rebels.
The prisoner has escaped! Go after him!
Here, I got him!
I finally made my way through the dangerous battlefield and successfully arrived at the emperor's camp.
Did you escape from Chang'an?
Yes, Your Majesty. Please let me take the responsibility to fight against the rebels.
What? All right, then you can sweep the floor.
Huh? Your Majesty, I am a scholar after all. Can you please appoint me to a better position?
Then I shall appoint you as a small official of the 8th rank.
Well, thank you, Your Majesty. Afterwards, I offended the Emperor because I asked him to spare an official.
I don't want to hear about this.
Eventually, I was exiled from the country. The war continued for years. I saw men in villages forced to join the army by the soldiers. Teenagers and elderly men, too.
Please don't take my son away. Once he is gone, he will never come back. Please.
I don't care. Take him away.
It is so cruel for the imperial court to force men everywhere to join the army. I just hope the rebellion ends very soon, and your son makes it home safe.
Mr. Dufu, cheer up.
Though the war is now over, the society is still unstable, and people are still struggling to live. We are still suffering. I am a poet. Though I can't make contributions to the imperial court, I still need to write poems to let others know the plight of the people. I hope the emperor will read my poems and take care of the needs of the people. This is my duty as a poet.
Oh, so you write poems for your country and people.
Yes, I just hope there will be peace one day and the people will have shelter and food. Then I will be satisfied.
You are an aspiring poet indeed. No wonder people in later generations call you the poet sage in Chinese history.
Huh? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Oh, what are these?
Even though Dufu did not serve in any important position, drifted among places in the country because of the war, and suffered from hunger and cold, he still cared about the people, and made good use of his talent in poetry to record the situation of the society. He wrote numerous poems in his life, many of which are still well known to us, serving as a record of the history of his time.
The state broken, its mountains and rivers remain. The city turns spring, deep with plants and trees. Stirred by the time, flowers, sprinkling tears, hating parting, birds alarm the heart. Beacon fires stretch through 3 months. A letter from family worth 10,000 in silver. I've scratched my white hair even shorter, pretty much to the point where it won't hold a hatpin. It can barely hang a hairpin.